My name's Scarpelli.
And I'm Alexandria Bombach.
And we're the directors of Frame by Frame. It's a feature-length documentary film about 4 Afghan photojournalists in Afghanistan as they try to reframe the narrative of Afghanistan for the world, but also for themselves.
I came across this story because I make a lot of films about perception and what our perceptions are of certain cultures, ideas. I was going over some footage that I had been handed for another project. I had never been to Afghanistan, and it was just B-roll of looking straight down a street and normal everyday life. You know, a guy walking his dog, drinking tea, like people just laughing in the streets. Just a really quiet, serene scene, and it made me think about my own perception of Afghanistan, of what I know about this place. A place that normally what we see in mainstream media are bombs and suicide bombings and war, everything going on. So I really wanted to find out what the local narrative was.
We also were inspired by the photographers themselves. As you know, we're storytellers following storytellers, and that was, you know, seeing the way that we wanted to show the way that they cover the stories of their own country, because we don't hear that narrative a lot either.
What was wonderful is that a lot of people see Kabul or Afghanistan through a convoy, through, you know, barred windows or through a bulletproof car, and, you know, rush places and try not to stay out in the streets. But Mo and I got to be on the streets and eat the local food and meet people on the streets and talk to them. It was just a wonderful experience because it just opens up your world to people who are really, you know, known for being the most hospitable people. They have such immense love for hospitality. Just every time we would go anywhere, it'd be tea. I think I drank like 15 cups of tea a day. And yeah, it was a great experience.
There was this wonderful moment we had with one of the characters in the film, a photographer named Najibullah, who it was like, even though he doesn't speak English and we don't speak Dari, just sitting with him, there was just a moment where the three of us are sitting there, and there was just this understanding of him knowing what it was we wanted to do and why we wanted to do it. It was overwhelming emotionally. This particular man is like the oracle of photojournalism in Afghanistan. Having access to the free press, like, community there is, through him, is essential. One thing is challenging perceptions, you know, of a country that's known as war-torn, but also known as helpless. I mean, obviously, beyond the military, a bunch of aid has been pumped into Afghanistan, and Afghans are known as victims everywhere, and that's not true at all. I mean, people are surviving, and they're building peace through their own ways, and the 4 that we follow are doing that through free press. And so we're really excited to share this, you know, new perspective of Afghanistan and of these resilient young and old people, like, moving forth and building a better future for their country.